Hi, fourth graders, it's Mrs. Compton, and we're starting today with what do you know about this number line in the back here. So I want to step aside first, and then I want everybody to think about what they know and what they could figure out about this number line. And don't just say something obvious like B is worth 1. Okay, go deeper. Here we go. Take a moment, stop and think, analyze, hit pause. Okay, hopefully you hit pause. I took a pause for myself too because I was thinking about something that I had just noticed. So I'm going to take some guesses here. I'm going to guess that you said this number line starts with a 0 and goes to 2, and that the halfway point would be 1. Okay, so here's something interesting. The halfway point of this number line, ooh, that marker's dead. Can't even see that. Trash you go. There we go. The halfway point of this number line is B, but it's not worth a half. It's worth 1 because it's halfway between 0 and 2, right? So that's kind of interesting. Maybe some of you noticed that. Okay, I'm going to guess that some of you tried to figure out how many pieces it was broken into from 0 to 1. So if you had like a little tape diagram, and we cut it into pieces, and this whole thing was worth 1, right? How many pieces do you have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so maybe you said each tick line is worth 1/6. We call these tick lines, right? So this is 1/6, 2/6. Okay, I hear people yelling. Some of you are saying 3/6, and some of you are saying half, right? Half is actually located here between 0 and 1. And we know that 3/6 is worth half because 3 is half of 6. So really it's worth 1, half. Okay, so 1/6, 2/6, 3/6. Next up, we've got 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. And we know we're getting it right because we know that 6/6 does actually equal 1. All right, so then maybe that helped you figure out C and D. Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess for D. I'm going to think about, you guys maybe thought about this as 12/6. Did anybody do that? And then you just took off 1/6 and landed at 11/6. Anybody do that? So D is worth 11/6. Now, that would equal how many? Actually, let me rephrase my question. What would the mixed number be that would be equal to? What would the mixed number be? Okay, so 11/6, I'm going to draw a number bond, is made up of 6/6. So that's a whole. And then 6/6, 7/6, 8/6, 9/6, 10/6, 11/6. We need 5 more sixths. So that would equal 1, and that's 5/6. So 11/6 is equal to 1 and 5/6. So maybe you thought about that. I don't know. I'm just trying to nail your guesses. Or not your guesses, but your strategies. Okay, so it's kind of weird. I worked my way from here, and then this one was kind of like the random one that was left. Okay, so let's find out. What is C worth? We know it's more than 1, but less than 2. We know it's closer to 1 than it is to 2. All right, so if this is 6/6, this would be 7/6. This would be 8/6. Right? So if we added on to this model here, this is still worth 1. And then this would be another 6, so 7/6, 8/6. I did the dotted lines just so you could see where we had added it on. So it's worth 1 whole, and then this is still worth a 6th, and this is still worth a 6th. So it's worth 1 whole and 2 sixths. 1 and 2 sixths. Okay, I did a whole bunch of different strategies here. I'm hoping you connected with 1 or 2 or all of them. I don't know. I'm just trying to take guesses on how you're figuring things out. All right, hang tight. I'm going to get ready for the story. Be right back. All right, here we go. I'm on a different side. Miss Clark made a loaf of bread. She used 1/8 of the bread for a snack and 5/8 of the bread for lunch. How much of the loaf did she use for snack and lunch? All right, so we're thinking about a whole loaf of bread, right? We know that she baked a whole loaf. So I want you to grab your whiteboard and marker or your notebook, whatever you're using. I want you to draw this model with me, okay? So we're gonna draw a rectangle. Doesn't really matter how big it is, like you don't need to draw it gigantically, but you do need to draw so we can write some things around it and in it. Okay, so this is worth one whole loaf. One loaf. Okay, that's the whole thing. All right, now what else do we know? She used 1/8 of the bread for a snack and 5/8 of the bread for lunch. Okay, so we need to break this loaf into 8. So remember I told you, no willy-nilly. Don't break it willy-nilly. We need to break it so that we know we have 8 even pieces. So break the loaf in half. Break each half in half. Now we'll have 4 pieces. And break each of those 4s in half again. And now we have 8 pieces. See now, I know that I have 8 pieces. I don't need to recount them because I used math facts to help me. All right, so 1/8 of the bread was a snack. So here's an 1/8 right here. So this is snack. And then 5/8 of the bread for lunch. So 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. I'm just gonna write 1/8 all the way down. And then we're gonna find lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we know she's used snack and lunch. Now, how much of the loaf did she use for snack and lunch? So it's asking all together how much she used, right? Okay, so boy, she's eating a lot of bread today. My goodness, she's probably splitting it between lots of people though. Okay, so we've got basically 1/8 for that snack plus 5/8, right? And we can actually see all together, that is 6/8. You can count them. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8. So it equals 6/8. And then my question to you is, can you simplify 6/8? I see there are 2 leftover pieces here. We could just group them in 2s. Ooh, 6/8 looks like it's equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. 3/4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, if I'm trying to simplify. And we used 1, 2, 3 of them. So 6/8 is equal to 3/4. Always look at your picture. Your picture tells you a lot of things. Draw a model. Don't even just draw a model if you don't know what you're doing. Draw a model when you do know what you're doing, because you will always notice more things. That's the job of a mathematician. All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Bye.